Okay, so like I said in the last video, that the first thing we are going to learn in this module is to understand graphic design, like what makes graphic design. All right, so look at what is graphic design and the um, fundamentals of graphic design. So let's go. So first of all, looking at what is graphic design. All right, there are different definitions of graphic design. All right, but me, I tried as much as possible to put it in a simple form in such a way that it can be easily understood. All right. So since this course is for beginners, so that it can be easily understood and you can easily get what I'm saying. All right. So what is graphic design? So my definition here is graphic design is the art of combining text, images, colors, and layouts to communicate ideas visually. Alright, graphic design is the heart of combining text, images, colors, and layouts to communicate ideas visually. Alright, so graphic design is the act of combining, alright, joining together words, images, alright, or we can say pictures, then colors, alright, and layout. Layout is talking about um how things are arranged, alright, to communicate ideas visually, to communicate ideas in a visual form, to pass an information, to pass a message in a visual form. That is what we call visual storytelling. Visual storytelling is just talking about passing a message in a visual form. So the combination of all those things together, text, images, colors, and layout, to communicate ideas, to pass a message, to pass an information in a visual form visually, is what we know as graphic design. Alright. So graphic design is that of combining text, images, colors, and layouts to communicate ideas visually. So the examples of graphic design, what are the examples? Alright. So we are saying graphic design. What are the examples of graphic design? So the first example here is logos. Alright, what are logos? Logos, or just know logo as the identity of a brand. That's the simplest definition, or let me say that can be like the simplest form of explaining logo, the identity of a brand. All right. Once you see a logo, you know that okay, yeah, this logo is for this organization, especially if the logo that you are familiar with. Once you see the logo, you know that yeah, it's talking about this organization. All right. So that is what logo is. All right. It's part of graphic design. All right. It's part of the things we do in graphic design. Later on in the courses, the practical aspects, you see, we explore you know all these things. You see how all these things are being carried out, how all these things are being done. All right. So examples, first one we have logos, second one posters. A poster is a printed material, all right, that is being pasted. All right, a poster is being pasted. They use it for electoral communication, especially if they want to maybe campaign, or maybe a burial service, or a burial ceremony. All right, or different um um purposes. They use it for different purposes. All right, poster. So it's also part of graphic design. It's part of what we do design, all right, and print out in graphic design. All right, so poster is part of printing, is also part of graphic design. Printing is part of graphic design. All right, so the third one is social media design. Social media design is talking about the design um that is telling a story, all right, to advertise for a particular brand or an organization on social media. All right. So the main purpose of social media design is to advertise. That's just the main purpose. To advertise, to let people know, to pass a message. All right. Social media design is mainly used for advertisement of brands, for communication, all right, to pass an information. All right. Social media design, all right. All right, so they also use it for communication, not just advertisement, right? But the main purpose is for advertisement. All right, they also use it for communication, for information. All right, yeah, so that's what they use social media design for. It's a very popular aspect of graphic design, and is one of the key things you have to know in graphic design. So the last aspect is branding and packaging. This is another important aspect, important example of graphic design, branding and packaging. All right. So I will explain branding in a simple form where you can get it. Branding is just talking about how you present a brand. That is just branding. That's the simplest definition. Branding is how you present a brand. That is the simplest definition. Packaging is how you it's still part of how you present your brand, how you package your brand. All right. I don't want to use the same word of packaging here, but that's just the simplest form. All right. Especially when your brand is producing products. All right. How do you present your product? How do you push your product out there? When people see your product, how is the features? What are how are the components of the things you use to present your product? So all those things are part of branding and packaging. All right, so it's part of what we do in graphic design. All right, so branding, how you present your brand; packaging, how you package your brand. All right, how people see your brand out there. So they are intertwined, they're interwoven. All right, so this is yeah, so we've looked at what is graphic design and the examples of graphic design. So in the next video, we'll learn what is next. So see you in the next video.